Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today's short but fiery and bold yoga flow is in honor of the Leo zodiac season. So go ahead and join me in the center of your mat in seated position, and we're going to start with some head rolls going either direction. It doesn't matter, but just take your time going all the way around. I love to start my yoga flows this way because we can hold a lot of tension in our neck. And then go ahead and switch directions. Go ahead and start focus on your breathing if you haven't already. And then we're going to do some shoulder rolls up and back all the way around. Really lifting our chest as we're doing this because we're proud and confident in this Leo season. And that is what we're practicing and embodying. And then switch directions. This season is also full of passion and creativity and fun, so feel free to embody all of those things in this short, fun yoga flow. Join me in tabletop position. Our shoulders are over our wrists, our hips are over our knees, and we're going to start with some cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, drop the chest, looking up towards the sky, tailbone pointing up towards the sky. Exhale, rounding the back, chin towards the chest, tucking that tailbone in. Inhale, dropping the chest, looking upwards. And then exhale, bringing everything in. Do that a few more times, taking nice deep breaths, really being intentional and bold and fully expressing ourselves in each pose, which is such a beautiful thing, again, to do in a Leo season. It's really about making like the mundane special. So I'm going to go ahead and just rock back and forth here too. That feels really good for my hips, kind of moving my spine back and forth. And then we're going to bring the palms towards the front of our mat and just slowly bring it back into child's pose. Feeling that elongation in your lower back and in your shoulders and your arms. Then we're going to inhale, drop the hips, raise the chest and the gaze towards the sky into upward facing dog. Again, really just building that trust in yourselves and finding that inner creative spark in the season. Popping into plank for just a moment. And then we're going to go ahead and meet in downward facing dog, pushing our palms into our mat, alternating bending our legs for just a moment. And then we'll inhale, lift that right leg up high in the sky into three-legged dog. Sweep the right leg through into a low lunge, keeping our palms on our mat, staying here for just a moment as we find our balance, and then lowering that back knee into a low lunge. Go ahead and bring your hands to your knee, again leaning into that front lunge, and then we'll eventually bring our biceps up by our ears. Still breathing, still embodying that bold, confident, passionate energy of the Leo season. Go ahead and lean it back just a little bit. This may require a little bit more focus, but you can do it breathing into this lean back in the low lunge pose. Then we'll go ahead and bring it back up and release our hands down into a bind behind our back. Again, opening that chest and then leaning it forward into a humble warrior in that low lunge pose. Go ahead and lower those palms onto your mat, and then we're going to take that right arm and reach it up towards the sky, just doing a light twist here, stacking those shoulders in this low lunge pose. Bring your gaze up towards that right hand, and then release it back down, pushing your palms into your mat, tucking your toes under, and go ahead and meet me in downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to inhale, bring the left leg up nice and high. Exhale, sweep that leg through. You can assist it up if you need to. Stay in low lunge with your palms on the mat for just a moment. Keep that back nice and straight. Lower your back knee and then find your hands on that front knee, leaning into your low lunge here. Then go ahead and bring those biceps by your ears. Standing nice and tall and proud as we gently lean back. Finding that balance again, being confident in each pose and being bold in each pose. Even if we feel a little uneasy, that's okay. We continue on fearlessly in the Leo season. And then release those hands down, bind behind your back, opening the chest, and then slowly lean forward into humble warrior. You're going to feel a lot of fire in your body in this yoga flow, in your legs and in your arms. And that, again, is perfect for the fire sign of Leo. Release your palms towards your mat, and then we're going to lift our left arm towards the sky nice and high, stacking those shoulders, bringing our gaze up towards the ceiling as well, doing a light, gentle twist here, breathing into the twist, releasing back down, pushing into the mat, finding ourselves in plank for just a moment, and then back into downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing again, but just a little bit different, lifting our left leg up towards the sky nice and high, sweeping it through, and this time we're going to stay in a high lunge. So don't drop that back knee, but bring your hands towards your front knee. Your hips are square towards the front of your mat, biceps are by your ears, leaning into that front lunge, and then go ahead and lift the chest and lean back just a little bit, embodying that beautiful, bold, confident energy in that pose. Then go ahead and find a bind behind your back. Stay here for just a breath. And then we'll go ahead and lean it forward into humble warrior. Again, really feeling that fire in almost every extremity of our body. Breathing into that fiery energy, just allowing ourselves to feel it as it courses through our body. Drop your palms down and then raise your right arm towards the sky, stacking our shoulders into a light twist. Bringing that hand back down, palms on your mat, into plank for just a moment, and then meet me in downward facing dog, doing the same thing on the other side, lifting the left foot in the air, sweeping it through, assisting it up if we need to, staying in that low lunge for just a moment, and then we're going to go ahead and stand up into a high lunge, hips squared towards the front of your mat. Your hands are now on your knees, your shoulders are up, back, and down, standing nice and tall, biceps by your ears, and then we'll go ahead and breathe and lean it back. Beautiful. It's okay if we're shaky here, it's okay if we're not doing it perfectly, but we're showing up, and that's what's important. Then bring it back towards the center. Bring your hands in a bind behind your back, opening that chest, and then gently leaning forward into a humble warrior. Breathing and being so proud of yourself for showing up for this practice today and showing up for yourself. Release your hands down and then go ahead and reach your left arm towards the sky nice and high, stacking those shoulders, breathing into this moment, breathing into your power, into your fiery energy. Stay here for one more deep breath. And then we'll release down, palms on the mat, meeting me back in plank for just a moment, and then go ahead and release your knees down. Let's go ahead and take a pause here, take a break into child's pose. Just really feeling that energy flow throughout your body, and just allowing your truest form to really be embodied in this practice and in this season. Now go ahead and take your time. Go ahead and getting on your back. We're going to just hug our knees in towards our chest again, showing ourselves some self-love for showing up today in this practice, really elongating that lower back. We did a lot of movement with our back and our arms and our legs. I'm going to put my arms in cactus pose and lower my knees towards the left side, doing a light twist and bringing my gaze towards the right. Just breathing, contemplating how we can show up as our truest selves in this Leo season. And then gently switching it to the other side, switching our gaze and our legs still twisting, feeling that twist in our spine. Taking one more deep breath here in this twist. Then go ahead and bring it back towards the center. We're going to end this practice by doing a happy baby pose. So just hold on to your toes. Again, just having fun with this last pose of the flow, because a big part of Leo energy is passion, creativity, and fun. So just kind of flowing back and forth for just a moment. And then we'll go ahead and release down into Savasana as we end our practice for today. The main thing I want you to contemplate as we wrap up this practice is how you can embody the energy of being the main star of your life, because you truly are. And this season is perfect for developing that courage and confidence to reignite the faith you have in yourself and to truly show up as your truest, most authentic self. So just take a few deep breaths as you contemplate that fact. Now, when it feels right, go ahead and join me in the center of your mat. Be so incredibly proud of yourself for showing up today and sending you so much love, all the high vibes. I will see you in the next Yoga Flow. Namaste.